can pull seats also from inside. Where do I look? Please grab a seat. Go ahead. Rupert, saan? Sa kanya? Okay. Hello and welcome. I'm Maria Ressa. This is our Rappler office. We just actually had a blessing, and we've gotten our esteemed guests and our partners here with us today. Rappler's very young, as you know. We are 4 years old this January, and this is our first presidential coverage. And what a presidential elections to cover for this. I suppose we're a toddler now. Behind me, you will see our editors. This is how things are getting out on air. But please come on in. Hello, Pia. How are you? Hello, nice to see you again. Let me introduce our head of Move PH, our civic engagement arm. He is also simultaneously the guy who helped put the technicals for broadcasting together, except it's broadcasting on mobile now. I'm going to call Rupert Ambil to welcome our partners. Let me first, before he comes up, acknowledge the Australian ambassador, Amanda Gorley. Please say hello. Todd Glassman from the U.S. Embassy, and Kurt Hoyer. I think the Singapore. Also, Pia Cayetano is in the back, along with General Paraino. Thank you for coming. Let me call Rupert up on stage. Well, in front of the...
Magandang hapon po. It's really hard to follow Maria Ressa, even her introducing me. Inumpisahan po namin tong PH vote sa pag-iisip kung paano namin tatalakayin itong mga issues nitong kinakaharap natin. Yung inumpisahan namin po itong kampanya sa pakikipag-usap, pakikipag-partner, pagbubuo ng mga communities. Kung nasa magaking kumpanya po ako katulad ng ABS-CBN na pinagtrabahoan ko dati, uumpisahan ko po itong election coverage launch namin sa pamamagitan ng pagsabi na meron kaming 100 journalists all over the Philippines. Meron po kaming 40 live points all over the country. Para sa amin po, sa Move, sa Rappler, ang importante po sa amin dito sa ginagawa po namin na kampanya o election coverage, ay ito pong mga partnership na nabuo namin dito sa PH Vote journey na ginawa natin. Isang malaking bagay po para sa amin ay itong mga relationships that we built, partnerships that we forged, communities that we belong to. I'll start by mentioning all of our partners that are here today. So from the Ateneo School of Government, the Australian Embassy in Manila, Bantay PH, Bike Scouts, Blogwatch, British Embassy, Coca-Cola Philippines, FEMSA, DepEd, Design Group Asia, FireChat, Globe, Hatch, Meralco, Metrobank Foundation, MMDA, Ogilvy, OLX, Ortigas Group of Companies, Oxfam, Radius, maraming salamat. Our Board of Directors, Samsung, UNDP, the US Embassy, UP, University of the Philippines. Sir Popoy, thank you for coming. Weather Philippines, World Vision, our NDRMC Chief, Yusek Pama is here. Maraming salamat po, our August Project partner. Gente, at marami pong iba na mga individuals, organizations, volunteers. Maraming salamat po sa pakikiisa dito sa journey na to, ang PH Vote journey. Sabi nga po namin, ng May 9, sa Lunes, hindi po dyan nagtatapos yung ating paglalakbay o itong PH vote journey. Nag-uumpisa pa lang po yan para sa atin. Kasi after the elections, magbabantay pa rin naman po tayo. So ito pong PH vote journey ay tuloy-tuloy po ng paglalakbay para po sa pagbabago o sa change na hinahanap natin. Hindi ko na po tatagalan. I'll just introduce our head of our CTO, Russell, to show us the features that we built for our election results pages. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng dumagal dito.
I want you to look closely at what he's going to show you. I think it's one of the first times you'll see something like this in the Philippines. He's taller than I am.
Thank you very much, Maria. Thank you, Rupert. And thanks, everybody, for coming. So today, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing you guys to some of the work that we've been doing leading up to the big event, which is 3 days from today, what everyone's been waiting for. And I'd like to show you a couple different demos of what we have ready for you next week. And as partners, I'd like to highlight a couple features that you guys will be able to use on the day of elections and afterwards as well that'll help you with your own work. So first up this weekend, we're going to be starting with live blogs on Saturday, Sunday, and then of course on Monday through the remainder of the elections. So I invite you to come to Rappler.com, where you'll be able to see 24-hour real-time coverage. There'll be updates and context via our live blogs, live streams, and social media. The next is, I'd like to introduce you guys to our friend here. This is how we're going to present the real-time results. If we could show this, yep, this is what we call a contest card. For every single contest in the Philippines, and there's, thousands of them, we're going to show you the results in real time as we receive them from the transparency server and mirror server with Comelec. So you'll be able to quickly visualize to see who's leading and by how much in each contest. Each of these candidates, you'll be able to see their portrait. If you click that, we're going to talk a little bit about the candidates. You'll be able to see more information about them. We have compiled thousands of data points, including previous elections, their stands on issues, even things like their statements of assets and liabilities. Those are actually already available today. If you go to ph.rappler.com, you'll be able to see all of the candidate profiles. So the next thing is you want to know how the election progressed over time. You know how it is right now. So we want to show you that. We have a history. We flip the card over, and there'll be a line graph here as we populate the data. This is just dummy data that we've generated in partnership with Comelec, so there's nothing in there right now. But what you'll be able to see is how each candidate progressed over time. And if you've taken a look at ph.rappler.com, and I hope you have, you'll be able to see the poll monitor on there, where we combine all of the different polling information and try to help you make sense out of it. It'll look a little bit like that if you're familiar with it. Now, this is all great, but how are you going to get this information out and around the world? First, we want you to be able to share this. So any of these you'll be able to share on Facebook, Twitter, and other social media. And what will happen is it'll automatically say the results as of that time. So social media will be one source that you can go to for live updates, because the text of your post will help you fill that up. Will say, as of this time, this candidate is winning. Now, the part that I'm really excited to show you guys about is we want to invite you to let us help you power election coverage. So for any of these cards, you can embed them onto your own website. If you click right there, you'll see there's an embed code. You can just highlight that, highlight the embed code, pop that in your own website or your blog, or you can type on, you can go onto x.rappler.com. If you don't have a blog, we'll roll one up for you. Rappler X will allow you to have your own blog here. And you can insert these cards anywhere, and they'll update real time. All right. So the next thing I want to show you is this is a single contest, right? And this is really the heart of it. But how do we make these things make a little more sense? I'd like to show you what we call the aggregated results page. And this is where you're going to have a bird's eye view of all the contests that you're probably interested in. We'll start with the national contests. Again, this is all dummy data, right? So everybody's tied here, in case we have any political diehards. Everybody here is tied. And you'll see that we show you the top contests. So you have the president, vice president, and senators. Now these all have the same features as all the contest cards. You can flip them over. You can see you can even see a map view for the national contest. Can we show the map view real quick? So this is going to be a map view. It's going to load real quick. For all of the contests at the national level, we'd like to show you how it breaks down across the Philippines. So we're going to shade each of the provinces by the current winner. You'll be able to click them and see how that contest is unfolding in that place. You'll be able to see it over time as well. You'll be able to flip over the card and see the rewind. And you'll also be able to see the status of the transmission from that place. As you guys know, in the past, the transparency server has had both good and less good performance in terms of the number of transmissions that were coming from the field. This year, we want to be on top of that in real time and also give that information to you. So we'll show you how the transmission status is coming from each individual place. Now, if we can go back to the aggregated results page. We want to be able to personalize your elections. So if you've gone on ph.rappler.com, you can sign up right now. And we have a really fun way for you to get acquainted with the national candidates for the presidential candidate. It's called the Candidate Quiz. I really recommend you go on there. You can pick some issues you care about. We'll ask you some questions. It's a little bit like Tinder. And then we'll show you which candidates you match with. Or maybe you already have a bet and you want to see, do I line up with this person? We'll help you do that with a fun little game. You'll be able to compare the candidates. Once you do that, you're also logged in on ph.rappler.com. And what that means is on this page, we'll show you your personalized results already based on your municipality. So what city you live in. So say that I want to see the results for a particular city. Right now it's on Pasig. Say I logged in and I live in Pasig. What if I want to see a different one? I want to see Taguig. I can type in Taguig right here. It'll automatically guess the city for me, and then it'll pull up all of the contests that are in Taguig. And this will be not only for the mayor and vice mayor, but in any place we'll show you relevant board members, councilors, representatives. Excuse me one moment while I load this. Okay. In addition to this, we have location pages that are online right now on ph.rappler.com. And for any city or province in the Philippines, you'll be able to see these contests as they unfold in that place alongside all of the relevant data we've gathered. We know about that place's local income, we know about poverty incidents, we know about previous election results, we have lots of crowdsourced stories and photos from those different areas, and we've taken quizzes saying what issues matter to people in that place. So if you really want to contextualize the election results for a particular location, you'll be able to do that in real time on day of just by clicking local and checking any place. Now, I'd like to show you something a little bit fun. Of course, when you're viewing the results day of, you're going to want to get the context, the analysis. You're going to want to read the stories that are on Rappler.com. While you're doing that, if you want to see these results, you can click this button on the bottom left. We call this the slider. If you just click PH vote, it'll slide out. Can we go ahead and do that? And you'll be able to see our live stream video plus the top results. You'll be able to click through and see more results and top stories. This will be anywhere on Rappler.com, so you can, including on your mobile phone, so you can go anywhere, be reading the story, and if you just want to check to see if the results are updated, it's at your fingertips. Okay, I just want to take this moment to reemphasize as well that slider is going to be in the embeds. So if you want to share any of this information with anybody else, again, as partners, please feel free to take advantage and embed these contests on your own site using the embed button, and people will be able to access all of the same information through that. And lastly, it's really important that we kind of close the loop. We let people give feedback, say how the election went for them. And so I'd like to talk a bit about PH Vote Watch. Can we put that up on the screen? It'll just take one moment. PH Vote Watch is going to allow us to collect real-time crowdsourced information from all across the Philippines. And we're looking for any information about the elections on the ground that would matter. So that would be incidences of vote buying or election violence. And we've partnered with PPCRV also to have them use our service to get reports from the field. So you guys can go to this map and in real time see reports that are coming from social media or from text or from the web and see where they're concentrated, click through them, vote on them to make them more visible, share them with people to get the word out, and submit your own reports if you have something to contribute to this story. This is an example of the map. You can see here the different reports that have already been presented. You can see this at phvotewatch.rappler.com. It's also going to be in the menu on ph.rappler.com, where you can just click on the PH Vote Watch icon. Right, so what we want to do here is also enable people to verify these reports. Of course, social media has a lot of noise, but it also has a really important signal. So what we're doing is we're working with our partners in the field to give them the power to go out and verify these reports. So we'll add a check mark whenever anybody who we know has said, yeah, I've double checked with this person, I've contacted them, and I'm going to update this report, and we know that this is true. So this will give you guys an option for reading social media in a way that you can say, all right, I trust this a bit more because this is a verifiable report online. Okay, great. So with that, that rounds up the list of features that we'll be rolling out on the day of. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming and listening. And if you have any questions about how you can best take advantage of these features for your own organization or how we can help you here at Rappler during the election coverage, please feel free to talk to me. And with that, thank you very much, and I'll hand it back to Maria.
So, can we pop up the presidential race, the statistical survey polls, just so we all see where everything is, right? Dominic, let's click it from the beginning. Let's look at their performance over time. These are the presidential candidates. Go ahead, and you can see Binay is blue, red is Poe, and the green is Duterte. These are all of the 3 statistical surveys, SWS, Lilo, Pulse Asia, over time. Each one of the groups here, you guys have been our partners, not just in PH Vote. In fact, what helped us do the PH Vote Watch map is AGOS, what we do for disaster risk reduction. We think that Philippines is at a crucial moment, and we don't think any one group has the answer. So what you can see, what we've built is really the ability to try to take what we know as a news group, but then leave that and call your communities, our communities together to try to make sure that we tell our communities we want a peaceful elections on Monday. We spread the word, we spread the information, we ask for help, and we help each other. I think this is all up to us. COMELEC is doing its job. It is a tough job. They were thrown a curveball at near the last minute, so they've had to change the workflows. We know this. If you go on Rappler, you can see what DepEd and COMELEC did as training for the teachers who are going to be at the front lines. We feel at this time they may not know enough. They haven't had the amount of training. So let's help them. Let's help them do it. We're here. As Rupert said, this is only the beginning. While these elections can make us scared, it is also just extremely exciting. And this is the time, this is the age of social media. Please, on behalf of the Rappler team, who is still working very hard behind me, these are our editors, I said this, who are putting everything together, and the team you see here. We know what we're doing. We know we're not enough. We know we need to work together, and we hope we've built the tools to help us help you, and together we hit the tipping point. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of our partners. We're off. We're off. Thank you again. My gosh.